And welcome back to Shovel Knight. Not, we're back with Shovel Knight. Why am I moving or not moving? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. Plague of Shadows. I was gonna say John and James is back. So wait, Michael. Pardon me. Michael's back. Sorry, it's sorry guys. It's been a
long day.
It's been a long day. But yeah, Michael's back. He is on summer break at the moment from school, so he'll be in videos again, which is nice.
Well, my summer job starts tomorrow, so thankfully it has regular hours this time around. So
Excellent.
Actually have set time to
right.
actually record.
Which that'll be good. That'll be perfect, in fact, because I was gonna say we definitely. I've missed you at least. I know John has, and James. People missed. It's been a long day. Oh god. And I'm dying now. So yeah. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy over the weekend, or Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It wasn't a bad movie, but there was three things I want to complain about. It was a really by the books sequel. Like, I could swear I've seen that movie before, just with different jokes.
That's what I think it's what a lot of new Marvel Universe movie film things are being. It's all just one big fourth-wall tongue-in-cheek wink to the audience. Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's fun, isn't it? It's one big universe.
That's the thing. They also did that too, because it's like they even referenced stuff like that. Because it's like, you know how Star-Lord and Gamora.
That's what it exists for. Like,
I'm just saying, you know, like how Star-Lord and Gamora have a thing, right?
Yeah.
Basically, Star-Lord specifically said that. It's like, man, I like you, but if we ever admitted each other, that'd be like that sitcom where they admitted each other, and then it started to tank in rankings because nobody would watch it. And it's like, okay, I'll take good fourth wall jokes. This is a bad fourth wall joke. Stop it. The other part is that when insert character name here died, they gave him a Viking funeral, and it's like I talked about this a little bit with Michael beforehand, and it's like, it's the machoism, and that's why they do it, but I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of the Viking baloney. I'm so... Sorry, I was gonna say, it's just perfect timing! There's a Viking right there, perfect! Get out of here, Viking!
Would you be, to provide a counterpoint to that though, would you be more disappointed if they had played up, the Teutonic Crusader thing instead, if they had gone with that, version of, that escapism version of machismo instead of a Viking funeral? Would that have been more acceptable in your light, or no?
I'm not. Go ahead.
The whole I guess I see Teutonic Crusaders in a different light than say the Holy Land or Spanish Crusaders, because the Teutonic, as much as the Spanish and the Holy Land ones were purely, they weren't land grabs, they were literally the defensive Christian pilgrims in Europe. Teutonic was literally just land.
Right.
There's no denying that's all it was. It was under the guise of, well, we're gonna convert the pagans, but it was land expansion.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it makes me kind of uncomfortable when people iconize that and bits of, like, some people idolize the iconography of Nazi Germany. But they say, oh, I'm not a Nazi, but they like the iconography, which freaks me out.
Yeah. I can understand that. To answer your question, I'm not really sure, because they also had that kind of... One of the main characters was pretty much an all-powerful being, and they made a joke about it, like, oh, so you're kind of like a god, and it's like, small g, except for uncertain days, and it's like, please stop. Just don't make that joke. That wasn't funny. And it's like, it got me thinking to that one scene in Star Trek that wasn't originally in Star Trek, because, as I think most of us know, the creator of Star Trek was atheist. Most of us know that here, right?
Yeah, well, most of us are well aware that the genre of science fiction itself lends itself heavily to atheism.
Sadly. Sadly, but I was gonna say, CBS, there was a line that he included in the original series, that CBS was like, nah, that's not gonna fly, fam, so they changed it, and it was, I can't remember which episode specifically, but it was like the one with, Greek gods, and it's like, they visited the planet, and it's like, I like this line because I actually think it's a decently clever line, and it's like, we don't need gods, just the one god will do, and it's like, yeah! Take that, you guy that made Star Trek. And I would have liked that line in the movie last night. It could have been a simple nod, honestly, to Star Trek, honestly, as well. So.
Well, they
Well,
made that joke,
think about the money and, you know, realistically, what can you do with that? Not really much.
Yeah.
It would be pandering to a very, very, very small subset of the demographic that would not really net them any sort of positive. But you realize that you can only have so much in terms of what
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Hi, by the way, James.
Oh, this is. I think I'm making music at the moment.
Oh, he's definitely here. I see him.
No, he's there, but yeah, he's muted at the moment.
I'm not here long. I was just like, oh hey, there's people. And
Yeah.
I have to go back and finish
Go ahead.
figuring out what the fuck I'm gonna do with this grill. I'll give you all the full story in a minute.
Okay, you said grill, by the way, right? I mean, I heard girl. It's like, did you kill a girl, James? Because that's no bueno.
Not recently.
Oh, his nose.
Back, think far back if you can remember. Women's
Tune in next time to hear the secret story of what really happened with you. So.
Yeah. I was gonna say, and then I saw a play yesterday too. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. It wasn't bad. It's just like the actors did a good job. The set was interesting, but everybody was an awful, awful character. Like,
Yeah, it's. I think because it's from his point of view, which is on the autism spectrum.
yeah, and I mean, the only person that really was, I would say there was 2 people that weren't awful people. Obviously, the main character and the dad. And people are probably going to disagree with me on the dad, but I got to thinking about it more and more. The whole reason that, I mean, any of this happened was because his mom is a gigantic jerk. It's like, man, I don't want to take care of this autistic kid, and I want to have an affair. Well, by all means, I'm going to do both. And it's like, no.
Yeah, the dad was only protecting him because it was going to completely overwhelm. There's no way to explain that to him.
No, not easily. I mean, yeah.
You know, a standard to a kid without autism.
Right.
It's hard to explain. Yeah, your mother doesn't want to take care of you, and she's having an affair.
Yeah. By the way, I think we talked about this last time, but that is still such a jerk move. Just because it's like you initially don't see that snow there, so it's like, oh good, I'm about to die. Oh, excuse me. So eventually I'm going to get around to recording Deus Ex Human Revolution, by the way. I've been watching a lot of gameplay for the original Deus Ex.
Did you see the newest?
I really want to hear what you guys have to say about the way that they frame, whether or not I just want you all tastefully frame the quasi, I guess. You know, they recontextualize it, but you know the way
Racism?
they explain the theme. Racism, not necessarily more. I think racism comes to play in the second game.
Yeah.
Human Revolution is more about class divide, class division, and the abortion or the societal impacts of things like voluntary, transhumanism, I guess.
Yeah. But
So it's more explicitly about transhumanism than Mankind Divided was. That was more about racism, identity, kind of
right.
thing,
I was gonna say we can definitely
like a science. Yeah.
we can definitely talk about that when we get to that one, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff to talk about Deus Ex, especially the original one as well, because it's like I don't
Daddy of all conspiracy theories.
not just that they just confirmed what JC's name actually stands for. Is what we've all pretty much assumed it was for a while, but it's like you didn't need to confirm it, and honestly, it's kind of offensive that you did that. Not gonna lie.
How did confirm? As in, how is it confirmed? Like, who confirmed it?
The person that made the original Deus Ex confirmed it.
Warren Spector, right?
Yep.
Seriously, they said I hereby confirm this is what JC says.
Yeah. Hold on. What does JC and JC?
Isn't there like a in-game lore explanation for it, because they that is a very, very spoilery, but it's very spoilery.
Yeah. It just sounds like a generic main character name.
There you go. But yeah, they just said this last March, so it's actually really new.
Yeah, but the theme name, the stage has never been about subbles when it comes to naming.
Adam.
Human Revolution.
Yeah.
Adam, yeah.
I was gonna say Adam.
And,
This.
JC and then Paul Denton, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love the Deus Ex games, and it's like, I find them really interesting because it seems like in certain aspects they take it just far enough, whereas other aspects it's like, you need to take this a little bit further. You haven't fully researched it. Please stop. Stop. Insert like JonTron here with the 3 stops. Because it's like, I don't know, it's just... When they do it well, like Deus Ex really does it well. But when they don't do it well, it's like, no, stop that. I don't know. We'll get to that when we get to Deus Ex as well, I guess. Oh, excuse me. I was gonna say something. All right. Well, I think you guys think of something.
With regards to so we were talking a little bit before the stream about the fantasy, the masculine myth, especially with regards to the Viking funeral, I guess. And did you there's this kid's Instagram that I did put in the
oh yeah, I forgot to check that.
Show amongst the other presenters here, and I wanted to know at what point does I guess fetishization or really excessive fanboyism does that cross the line? I guess when you.
Yeah, there's a distinct problem with the fetishization of guns in America. Like, there's a difference between I need a weapon to defend my family and my household. I understand that. I honestly consider doing that.
Oh no!
In my own place.
He's from Florida. He's the next Florida man.
However, it's when people branch off of the whole looking for self-defense, it ends up being I just want the biggest, best weapon around.
John,
yeah.
You're really painfully quiet here. I really cannot hear you.
I don't know why I'm so quiet.
You gotta turn him up. I have him at 100% max. Like John is.
I have you at 200%.
Yeah, because I have John.
Goodness.
I have John at 200%. I have Templar at 3%.
I'll have to get really close to the microphone though.
Oh yeah, give me that sweet scoop.
ASMR.
That is better, by the way.
But yeah, there seems to be it goes from there's a difference between I need to defend my family with this firearm and I like this firearm. It looks cool. It can
Yeah.
kill a lot of people. It's interesting.
What? I'm sorry. I really cannot.
Really? I was gonna say I can actually understand him now. Like, I can hear him now. Basically, he's saying there's a difference in firearms between, hey, I need this for self-defense, and this is my rifle, this is my gun, type of deal.
Well, it wasn't really that. It was referring to the whole, he's caught up in his whole, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna be awesome, it's gonna be badass, and let me show you how crazy I am, how dedicated I am, type of thing. You know what I mean? By preemptively showing off how awesome, how amazing. He hasn't even got the face yet, So,
Yes.
As someone who is very, very, I don't want to be, fall into the trap of being, being a hypocrite by saying, well, I'm humble, so that's all, I say I'm humble, so that's all that.
Hashtag humble brag.
Yeah, but I just become very, very, cautious or very dismayed when, this kind of stuff, when people are very obviously showing off, and even though they don't really have much of a way of merit to claim, things like that, like, strutting around in that sort of manner, Do you understand what I'm saying? It's kind of the whole of, ooh, ouch.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, it's the
oh gosh.
The
Now
complex.
Hold on. Now I gotta turn you down. All right, there we go.
It's like I guess the hero complex. Everybody wants to be a war hero or a neighborhood hero or whatever. That's what the thing was with
Lex Luthor.
Actually, I probably mentioned it. It'd be too political. It's everybody wants to be a hero, basically.
Speaking of political, by the way, is Trump actually getting impeached, or is that just a rumor?
No, what it would take for him to happen is his party would actually have to turn against him in order to get impeached.
Okay.
So long as the party actually holds, they're not going to be able to do much until 2018.
Okay.
The Democrats are trying to tamp down everyone's talk to impeachment because they realize that the person that would assume the office of president should he actually be impeached is actually far more odious to them than Trump himself.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's not
Hey,
Paul.
I noticed you were talking about
liberals don't like
politics.
Donald Trump, they hate Mike Pence even more. So,
What were you saying there, John?
I noticed you were talking about politics. You want to hear how this reminds me of the series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yeah, sure. Was there?
Everything is a JoJo reference.
No, everything is a Dark Souls reference. You mean?
Everything is a JoJo's reference.
I don't know. That I think politics would be more of a Persona reference at this point.
It may be slightly in 5, but it's
Not for the rest. Yeah.
5's about a corrupt society, so what's a
Corrupt.
society without corrupt politicians?
Yeah. Sorry. By the way, I was doing air quotes for corrupt because it's like
Well,
It was-
they are corrupt.
I mean, in Persona 5, it is corrupt as heck, but it's like, I have some bad news for you. That's not how it really is. It's not that bad. I mean, there's a lot of corrupt people, don't get me wrong,
It's
but...
because it's a fictional story.
I
It's
know.
not necessarily trying to make a political statement or anything. It's putting an obstacle in front and adding a new. It's basically a new obstacle in 5. 4 was overcoming society and yourself.
Yeah.
Overcoming death, and 5 is overcoming. Actually, 4 wasn't really overcoming society. It was people's, I guess, view of you.
Mhm. Which I was
What you
gonna,
should and act like.
I was gonna say, we could, I was gonna say, I know Michael hasn't played these, but this is right up his alley since I know he really likes Sony, and those are Sony exclusives for the most part.
well, I don't play it not because it's just I didn't grow up with this genre. You know, my younger brother's more into JRPGs.
That's fair.
It's just a genre difference. You know?
That makes sense.
I'm not gonna cheerlead the game just because it's Sony exclusive. You know. And
I know. I was giving you a hard time.
Yeah, of course, but I know there are those people who will
There
do
are.
that.
I
There-
know people
As
can
They
do that.
tend to be more on the green side than the blue side, but there are those people
Yeah.
on both sides.
I was gonna say, there's definitely people on both sides, because it's like, I saw a video the other day, and I'm not sure, John may have seen this one, but it was like how Xbox users were bad-mouthing Persona 5, because it's like, it's this niche darn game, it's not gonna sell, and it's like, Dead Rising 3 sold 600,000 copies across the world. That was really good. And it's,
Underestimate the fact
Until it
that
came out on
4
PC, so...
yeah.
Oh, I was. If it would have came out on PC, oh, we would have sold so much.
I mean, it's still sold a lot, but it's basically saying, if you want a JRPG, why don't we just talk about Voodoo Vince? And it's like, who has heard of Voodoo Vince? Like, has anybody?
Are you referring to Crap Gamer, basically? He's the most notorious one of these wannabe commentators on the industry, kind of a thing.
I might be, and I think I meant in particular exclusives. Sorry, I can't remember who it.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, people do it because it drives clicks, even, and they don't really care if they get downvoted, or downvoted or thumbs down, kind of a thing. It's
Right.
all to generate hype by fueling, the flames of a non-existent and very arbitrarily defined console war.
Right.
So, and when you do that, it's the same thing as the suppliers, running stories about 50 things that 50 things that
Right.
that is in so and so's divorce settlement that you need to know. Kind of thing,
Right. I was just.
The scandalous details.
Right, I was just thinking, for exclusives, Voodoo Vince is not one of the games that immediately strikes out to me. So, I mean, it's like, to bring up Voodoo Vince is really kind of weird.
Well, I think the distinction it comes from whether or not an exclusive will move units versus whether or not it's exclusive in the first place.
Yeah, I think they mainly brought it up because both are really niche. Like, Persona 5 is a pretty niche JRPG that has sold really well, by the way. And Voodoo Vince is I've never played it, so I have no clue.
I've never even heard of
like Nier Automata, for example, which came out on PS4 and PC. It sold 1 million copies, even though it was considered a niche game.
Right, but the Platinum's got a pretty good name these days, so I bet Platinum helped with that.
Yeah, people often
Yeah,
say
people who are
when
fans
Platinum
of
releases
Platinum,
something, you get it.
Yeah. But yeah,
Unless, of course, it's Teenage TMNT Mutants in Manhattan.
I heard that wasn't bad, but I haven't played that one either.
Took it down. So.
Yeah.
Or Star Fox Zero, I guess. I don't think
Hey!
about Star Fox.
Hey!
So.
We're gonna have to do this in the next video now, because I actually like Star Fox Zero, but we'll wait until episode 10. So we'll be right back, guys. Until then, Pax et Bonum.